Hey, it is Thursday, March 2nd, and I said that I was going to do an update, so I'm doing an update. Yesterday was Wednesday, and I was supposed to have my endoscopy. On Tuesday, I was having a lot of abdominal pain, so I called that doctor to ask them what type of medicine, if any, I could take to help with the pain, because they had sent instructions saying not to take any sort of medication that was a blood thinner because of the procedure and any possibility. They didn't want you to have any possibility of bleeding profusely if something got nicked. I know that like the roof of your mouth and your soft palate and everything like that can bleed very easily and bleed a lot. And when they're going down into your throat like that, there is a risk of your soft palate being damaged if something goes wrong. So, they said that I could take anything that was like a Tylenol. And then also, because I had been dealing with the heart palpitations more so than usual, I brought that up to them, and they started asking more questions because it clearly set off some alarms for them. Because I had mentioned that my doctor had done an EKG on me like 2 weeks prior. And they were like, whoa, wait a second, okay. Are you diagnosed with any heart issues? And I said, no, I'm not diagnosed with any heart issues. That's why I didn't put it in any of the, medical history that they sent me to fill out. And then they said, well, why did your doctor do the EKG? And I said, because I've been dealing with heart problems since I was young, and it's only gotten worse, like having heart palpitations and irregular heartbeat, and then my heart was skipping a beat and then pumping harder to catch up, and all of that stuff. It's been going on for a long time, but it's gotten worse the past few years. I think it's gotten worse since, and I don't know if I technically had COVID because I took tests and the tests came back negative. But ever since that sickness where I thought I had COVID, this has happened with my heart. And so I think, and I thought I heard that COVID can affect your heart like that. So I've just wondered if having it maybe made the heart stuff worse that I deal with. So I told them that, and then I told them that I had been referred to a cardiologist by my doctor, and I was just waiting to get scheduled with them. And then they were like, whoa, if your doctor did an EKG on you 2 weeks ago and referred you to a cardiologist because what you told them made them think that you needed to be checked by a cardiologist, we don't want to do the procedure yet. We want you to see the cardiologist, and then we'll do the procedure if they give the okay to be under anesthesia and like that my heart can handle it and everything. So I was frustrated, but also really glad that I told them, because clearly they were concerned about that. And then I had to call, I called the cardiologist to say, hey, like, y'all called me last week to confirm my contact information, but you've never called back to make an appointment. Like, we need to get this ball rolling because I need to get this procedure done. Then, so for one, I waited like 15 minutes on hold. Then I finally got a hold of them. Then they were like, well, we don't know if we take your insurance. So they put me on hold again. And come to find out they don't take my insurance, so they won't see me. And then I called my GP doctor, and embarrassingly, I broke down crying on the phone with him. Like, I couldn't speak without crying. I don't know if most people, probably most women, know that feeling where it's like, if I keep talking, I'm just going to cry. That happened, and I was embarrassed and apologizing to her, but the lady was so sweet. I was just telling her, like, I'm crying because this has been going on for years and I'm in so much pain and no one can help me. And it seems like I just keep hitting wall after wall trying to get this figured out. But she was super nice, and she said that we're gonna get it figured out. We are gonna get me with a cardiologist. and we are going to be able to get me to the endoscopy procedure. We still haven't gotten anything figured out. It's only been 2 days, so I mean, it's not a big deal. But that is what happened, and that's why I haven't didn't get my endoscopy. Pardon me. Yesterday the pain was super bad, and then Tuesday the pain was super bad, and today it's feeling a little bit better. And you know, I don't know, but over the weekend and the days leading up to Tuesday, I'd eaten more bread than usual, and not gluten-free bread, like regular bread. And so I don't know if maybe that did something. I've wondered if I maybe have celiac or like a gluten intolerance or something. Because when I don't eat gluten, I do feel better. But I'm pretty sure 2 years ago they did a celiac test on me. I think it's the one where it's something weird where you have to like breathe into a little bag. I don't know if it's that the celiac test. I don't know. I'm pretty sure they did a test on me like that and it came back negative. So I don't know. But there's definitely still something going on with my abdomen, and I don't know if it's my stomach or my intestines. I can't tell, like where the spot is, I can't tell. So that's what's going on with that. And like I said, today it's not hurting as bad, so I'm feeling better, and I'm not like, you know, on the verge of crying because of the pain. I don't think, I can't remember if I had had my appointment with a buyer client on my last video, but I did have an appointment with a buyer client, and we're going to be working together. I'm pretty sure that was Tuesday evening. And I'm really excited to be working with him. He is trying to open, or he's going to, I'm going to speak positively, he is going to open a barber school. So that's why he's wanting to buy his own building. And he's also wanting to eventually buy land to build on. His family lives in town right now, but he wants to eventually own property to build on it. So I'm excited to be his person, his realtor to work with. And I also talked to another client today, one of the people who came to the open house over the weekend, and she is like raring to go. She said, we're gonna have a phone meeting later, and she said, I want to talk to you and figure out like what I need to do to get going. What are the first steps? Like, let's do this. I want to buy a house. I'm tired of renting. And the thing is, like, where I did the open house, almost all the people who came to the open house were renters in the townhomes right across the street from this one street of homes. And, ooh, Lord, my neck. The rent at those townhomes is outrageous. When they told me how much the rent was, I was like, what's going on? Because you could easily afford a mortgage. If you are affording, well, you don't know who they are. So these people are paying $2,600 a month in rent. So I was like, if you can afford $2,600 a month in rent, oh my Lord, you can afford the mortgage for a nice home. So, I mean, most likely, of course, you know, you got to do the finances with the lender and all that stuff to figure out, but these people can afford a mortgage. So, yes, that's my encouragement to them is like, hey, if you're not wanting to spend your money on rent anymore, like, we can make this happen. Let's get you with the right person to help us get this figured out. So I'm excited to help them, and the momentum is happening. You know, I've been doing training at my brokerage, and the stuff that they're telling us to do, it's like, if you just do it, it happens. Like, you get your clients. And I'm just gonna keep doing the open houses and just doing my thing, because the things that I'm doing are They are, what's the word? Oh my gosh. This has been happening to me more lately. Like not being able to recall words, or what's it called? It's like, the things that I'm doing are presenting the clients. So I'm just gonna continue doing that. Jeez, that was too much. But that's all. That's my update for today. I will say that we are expecting to have pretty severe storms tonight, and I can see it all coming this way. We're in like the moderate, what's it called? Like we have a chance for like moderate weather, but it could be hail, strong winds, tornadoes, and all that stuff, and I just hate tornadoes. So I'm gonna upload this as soon as I'm done. If you see it, say a prayer that the weather stays mild, and that's it. That is really it this time. Okay. I'm gonna go. I'll see y'all later. If you're in the line of these storms, I'm thinking of you, and I hope that you stay safe. Okay, I'll see y'all later.